welcome back to my channel. All right, so this video reading is what are people saying about you behind your back? Who's talking and why are they talking about you behind your back? Before I get into which deck is which, I'd like to thank all of you who are subbed to this channel thus far. Thank you so very much. And if you're brand new, hit that sub button as well as the bell notification. I drop videos weekly. Also, if you'd like to book a private reading, coaching, same day read, walk and read, priority reading, I want you to check that pin comment below as well as the description box below. What else? My other YouTube channel. I just updated it. I always say I'm updated. I have an upload on my other YouTube channel, as well as if you'd like to become a patron of mine, of where I have a plethora of readings, please check the pin comment below as well as the description box below. And I think that's it for the plugs for now. Yeah, no long intros today. So without further ado, let's get into our deck options. Walking reads, priority reads. Did I say that? Yeah. Anyway, we got 3 decks to choose from. This is going to be deck number 1, deck number 2, deck number 3. Again, deck 1, deck 2, deck 3. Pause the video. Keep in mind these are general messages. Choose the message, the deck that you feel resonates with you. Leave behind the deck that you feel doesn't. And then come back when you're ready for your answer. So let's see. Let's find out what are people saying behind your back. So universe, thank you for the channel messages, spirit guides, and ancestors of those who choose option number 1. What are people saying behind option number 1's back? What are people saying behind option number 1's back? Well, the Knight of Swords came out in the reverse. We have the 4 of Cups. I'm sorry, I said the 4 Cups. 4 coins in the upright. We have the 4 Swords in the upright. Interesting. What are people saying about option number 1 behind the back? We have the King of Cups. I feel like people may feel like you're kind of reserved. Option number 1. Like you're very private. That's what I'm hearing with this one. You're kind of reserved. You're kind of private. You're to yourself, or you keep things within a tight-knit group. King of Cups. You may be someone who doesn't show a lot of emotion, or you just might have your emotions under a lot of control, which is, that's a good thing. Or you may not be very emotionally expressive. This is what I feel like people are talking about behind your back. Death card in the reverse. You might have recently gone through a glow up. Option number 1, some sort of change. That's what I'm saying with this death card in the reverse. Some type of transformation. You may have recently left something like a relationship behind. That's what I'm getting with that one also. Or you might have even left a job behind also. Let's get more energy, universe. What are they saying about option number 1 behind their back? What are people saying about option number 1 behind their back, universe? They have the 3 of coins in the upright. They have the 6 of Wands. I feel like people think you are very hardworking. You may be popular. 2 of Swords. You may be someone that people go to for decision making. Nine of Cups in the reverse. I do feel people speculate about your love life. If you do have a significant other, I don't feel like the people who are talking about you have seen the significant other, so they're wondering about you. 5 of Cups in the upright. I feel like people regard you as somebody who's, as a realist. Like you're someone who takes things, at face value. You're someone who, you take the facts over, over the feelings. Once again, you are someone who is able to regulate your emotions very well. That's what I'm getting with that one. Something about, I feel like disappointments is coming out with that 5 of Cups too. Maybe because of, people seeing you as a realist, you could be a bit self-loathing at times. Option number 1 with that 5 of Cups. Or people feel like maybe you don't focus on, like when something lets you down, it lets you all the way down. Not focusing on, on the good behind it. Give me more information, universe, spirit guides, and ancestors. What are people saying behind option number 1's back? We got the 5 of Coins in the reverse. Interesting. You got the Four of Cups. A lot of fours, a lot of fives. So I feel like a lot of commitment, a lot of conflict, or avoiding of conflict. So you're someone that they feel like avoids conflict. We have the Five of Coins in the reverse, the Four of Coins in the reverse. I do feel like for some of you, somebody was recently trying to reach you. You may have just let someone back into your life. Option number 1. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Could be dealing with a karmic situation. What are people saying about option number 1 behind their back? Option, universe. The Fool card. Yeah, you're someone who takes calculated risk. Like, you're doing nothing by happenstance. So people feel like you're very, precautious, very calculated, but not in like a sinister way. Very precise. That's what I'm getting with that one. So let's see. Why are people talking about option number 1 behind their back? Why are people talking about option number 1 behind their back? Why are people talking about option number 1 behind their back? 7 of Coins in the upright. You could be someone who has a lot of connections. You could be someone who has a lot of monetary wealth. I feel like people are maybe trying to, either, this could be clout. They're talking about you in regards to clout, or wanting to get next to you because of clout, or whatever your investments are. Ace of Cups. I feel like people feel like you're someone who's hard to reach. So definitely with this Ace of Cups, people are trying to figure you out because something about your emotions are very, very, very shielded. Give me more information, universe, spirit guides, and ancestors. For those who choose option number 1. Why are people talking about option number 1 behind their back? And then we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like you're on people's mind a lot. There's a lot of mystery, option number 1, that surrounds you. And so therefore, this is where like the interest is sparked. There's a lot of mystery behind you. 9 of Wands in the upright. I feel like people feel like they don't know much about you, and this is where their curiosity is coming from. That's what I'm getting with that one. So let's see who's talking about you behind your back. Universe, and then we're also going to grab some letter tiles. Universe, thank you for the channel messages. Who are these persons that are talking about option number 1 behind their back? Who are these persons? We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Who are these persons that are talking about option number 1 behind their back? Now the 9 of Wands. This person could be a fire sign. You could be the fire sign, or they could be the fire sign. Essentially, it's people that you don't have a close connection with, though. 9 of Wands, or the Page of Wands, Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like it may be people that you once had a connection with. This could be people that you worked with, maybe someone you dated in passing, maybe a short-term friend that's talking about you. But essentially, these are people that don't know you, but I feel like they're talking about you because they may want re-entry into your life. 7 of Wands. Yeah, a lot of Wands energy. This is definitely a fire sign that's talking about you. So Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. 7 of Wands. Essentially someone that you pushed away that's talking about you. It feels like they're talking about you to their friends. Who's talking about option number 1 and why? And we have the Knight of Coins in the reverse. So essentially, and the 5 of Swords in the upright. So a lot of conflict. Maybe this person still feels conflicted about you because there's a lot of 5s and a lot of 4s that came out. So you could have had a past commitment with this person, or a close friendship at some point, or once again, or a short-term friendship, but in that time frame, it was, it was something close. It seemed to be developing. I definitely feel there's 2 major energies. One main energy being someone that you knew more direct, and another energy being someone that you kind of knew a bit, maybe in passing, maybe once again, maybe due to work. And I feel like these people are talking to their friends about you. And the energy behind it that I'm getting, option number 1, is that these persons are missing you. Like, they want some type of re-entry into your life, or they kind of feel like, wow, that was a bit abrupt. I didn't know that me and so-and-so were just going to stop being friends. That's what I'm getting with that one. So let's get some letter tiles so you all watch your ears. Who's talking about option number 1? See if we can get a name. Now I'm hearing the name Adele, like the singer. So someone name can be Adele, or someone could be a big Adele fan. We have L. I'm hearing Livy, like Livy or Live. We have V. We have I. We have V. Vivian. Somebody's name could be Vivian. We have A. We have E. Vivi, and then we just need the N. We have N, Vivian. Somebody's name could be Vivian. Somebody's name could be Lee, L-E-E or L-I. We have the letter L again. Levy. I feel like that name's coming out too. We have O. We have O again. We have R. Madeline, Madison, Maddie. I'm picking up that name. We have the letter E again. The letter W again. You have the letter U again. A. M. A. The letter D. The letter U. And the letter S. So that's what's sticking out to me, option number 1, for who's talking about you and why. So let me know how that resonated for you in the comment section below. Also, I'm seeing meow for whatever reason. This person can have a cat. That's another clue. Or maybe a pet in general. So that's what I have for you, option number 1. Let me know how this reading resonated for you. Did this reading resonate for you? If you'd like to book a private reading, coaching, same-day read, walk-in read, or priority reading, I want you to check that pin comment below as well as the description box below for any private readings. And join me on my Patreon and my other YouTube channel at wanderingsparrow.com. Meet and greets, you all, are still on. I'm gonna figure it out, still on. But definitely Toronto is still to be announced and to be determined date-wise. So anyway, you all, let's get back. Let's move on rather to our second deck number 2, and see who's gossiping about you. Or this isn't who's talking. Well, essentially, it is gossip. Who's talking about you behind your back? Why are they talking about you behind your back? And what are people saying in general about you behind your back? Okay. So let's find out. What are people saying in general about you behind your back? So universe, thank you for the channel messages, spirit guides, and ancestors. For those who chose option number 2, what are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? You could be very nervous or anxious, option number 2. You have a tendency to be nervous or anxious. What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? We have the Devil card in the upright. What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? We have the 8 of Wands in the upright. Okay. We have the 2 of Swords in the upright. Automatically, what I'm feeling with this one, option number 2, you could be currently suffering from some sort of addiction or attachment or unhealthy habit. If so, definitely people are talking about this behind your back, because it feels like something that is no longer able to be hidden. It's unavoidable. You could be someone, you could be a fast talker, you could be, you could be from a different area for, where you live now currently. Something about your friends too, option number 2. Something about your friends. You may have a very small friend group. Option number 2, you might have a very small, intimate friend group. Or you might have a lot of friends that come in and out of your life, or, like new friends, a lot of new friends, not many people you can trust. But there's something about addiction here. It could be to alcohol, it could be to drugs, it could be to sex even. Some people feel like you may be tempting, sexually tempting. Something about immaturity is coming out. Option number 2, maybe you don't always act your age. Maybe you yourself don't feel very, mature sometimes. I feel like people feel like you're kind of fast. Now, if y'all don't know what it means to be fast, so fast as in not necessarily promiscuous, not necessarily, because fast doesn't mean that, but just kind of fast, you sometimes you're doing maybe not the best thing, maybe not making the best decision, and you're just kind of just all about, you're being fast in these streets. Or sometimes, a lot of times when this reference is used, you could be somebody who frequents a lot of relationships. That's what I'm getting with that one. So you frequent a lot of relationships, so you can have a lot of sexual partners. Option number 2. And that's no shame or shade, just this is what people are saying behind your back. Give me more information about option number 2. What are people saying? This is juicy. What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? We have the 9 of Wands. People feel like you are nonchalant and uncaring, or you don't care. And it's not a you don't care. I'm not getting off a vibe like you don't care because you're unbothered, but more so like irresponsible. This is what people, ooh, wow, people are talking mess. I know y'all want to know who this is. What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? What are people saying about option number 2? We have the Death card in the upright. People feel like something about your lifestyle, how you're living your lifestyle, is going to lead to an abrupt change or stop. I'm not getting death. But people definitely feel like you live a lifestyle that might, end up having you crash into a wall. Hypothetical, figurative wall, that is. So people feel like you may live a very fast life. Option number 2. They feel like it will lead to some big transformation for you. But there's this energy of like being lost. People feel like you're lost. Option number 2. So let's get more energy. What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? We have the 10 of Swords in the upright. People feel like you might have suffered from a lot of hurt in your life. This could even be heartbreak, a lot of betrayal. I'm not getting that people really feel like you're dishonest, but I do feel like people feel like they can see through a mask that you're trying to, hold up, that you're trying to portray for protective reasons. You might be, trying to be somebody, this tough guy, tough girl, mean guy, mean girl, image. People feel like, something about like, it's like, I feel like there's times where you have asshole energy, but you're not an a-hole in real life. It's a protective thing. Something about your energy feels very tender. You have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Now, option number 2, you have one friend that's like super close to you. Somebody that really cares about you. That's what I'm getting with that. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Give me more. What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? Now, I do kind of feel like option number 2, you have broken some hearts. And I do want to say, for those of you who have broken some hearts, I'm not feeling like they're wishing you well. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Knight of Swords. Now, the people that are talking about you do kind of feel like you don't have any involvement. For whatever reason, I feel like you may have option number 2, I feel like you have some people who may have been doing spell work on you. Now, you already know how I feel about when people be trying to didgeridoo some stuff. So I'm not feeling like people who are like skilled in the spiritual, arena, trying stuff, but it definitely feels like there's some scorned energy here and people, looking up some stuff and trying something. Now, option number 2, as you know, you can always protect your energy against anyone trying to penetrate through your energetic fields. So definitely stay, prayed up, high vibed up, change the frequency, because right now I do kind of feel a lower frequency coming for those of you who chose option number 2. So give me more. What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? We have the 5 of Cups. Interesting. This came out for option number 1 also. People may feel like you're pessimistic. Option number 2, like maybe there's some self-loathing and some depression that's there. People feel like maybe you focus on the wrong things. You could be complaining a lot at times, or there's a lack of appreciation and gratitude. People feel like you have a lack of appreciation and gratitude. Option number 2. Give me more information for option number 2, universe. What are people feel about? What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? We have the Star card in the upright. What are people saying about option number 2? We have the Magician card. Yeah, people feel like you don't realize who you are or what you have. Like you're someone, I feel like, maybe a lot of people take to you, you're someone who can manifest whatever they want in life. But it feels like, people feel like you don't realize, like, that about yourself. Give me 1 second. I dropped a couple of cards. What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? What are people saying about option number 2 behind their back? You have the 4 wands in the reverse. People may feel like you're not committal. People may feel like you're a bit sporadic or unpredictable, but not necessarily in the fun way. You may change your mind a lot. Judgment card in the upright. People are definitely saying they feel like your day is coming, like your reckoning is coming. Knight of Wands in the upright. You may be sloppy, kind of all over the place, you know, not paying attention to detail, just kind of like not thinking, you know, just kind of going about life. People feel like you're unorganized and just kind of chaotic. Option number 2. That's what I'm getting with that. So if this isn't resonating, option number 2, definitely I encourage you to pick from one of the other piles. But let's see. Why are they talking about option number 2 behind their back? Why are people talking about option number 2? They're the Empress card in the upright. Why are people talking about option number 2? Well, the 9 of Pentacles in the upright. Why are people talking about option number 2? And the 3 of Wands in the reverse. These are people that are actually close to you. 6 of Wands in the reverse. Hermit card in the upright. I feel like they're talking about you. For some of you, I feel like they greatly feel like you don't realize who you are or realize what you have. They may feel like you need healing. Option number 2, you may have a tendency to numb a lot, but they feel like you don't understand who you are or where you are. There may be a lot of anxiety that you deal with. I keep on hearing looking for a friend, looking for a friend. They may feel like you're lonely. Tell me more. Why are they talking about option number 2 behind their back? Greatly because they feel like you need healing. Some of them would like a connection with you. The Empress card in the upright. Some of them want a connection with you. They want a relationship with you even. A child even. 9 of Coins. I feel like something about they see you alone a lot. Why are they talking about option number 2? Why are people talking about option number 2 behind their back? Strength card. Yeah, there's a large energy here too that feels like, though there's some anger here about you, because definitely I feel like there's some people talking about you whose heart you broke, but there's a strong energy here about you not realizing your worth and who you are. And I feel like you may at times do self-destructing activities, option number 2, because you don't realize your worth. Or maybe you have low self-esteem, low esteem, low self-confidence. Give me more. Why are people talking about option number 2? Why are people talking about option number 2? The Hierophant in the reverse. You could have been a part of some like a religious or spiritual environment that you stepped away from, or people feel like you're hitting a wall soon. Option number 2. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Like you lack self-love and self-care, and you may be very attractive, but self-care definitely goes beyond like that physical appearance. Most of us can put on that mask of physical appearance, doing our hair, doing our makeup, putting on clothes that flatter ourselves, but yet are very depressed on the inside, behind closed doors, very sad, very anxious, behind closed doors. So that's what I'm getting with that. So let's find out who's talking about option number 2 and why. Who's talking about option number 2 behind their back and why? 8 of Swords in reverse. Who's talking about option number 2? Karmic situations, people you let go of. So definitely feels like romantic. Could have had a sexual relationship with some of these persons. I feel like option number 2, though, you may have recently had a lot of toxic energies around you, or even your romantic interest may tend to be more on the toxic side, and that's indicative of the healing that needs to happen on the inside. At the end of the day, we do attract what's within us. Give me more for option number 2. Who's talking about option number 2 and why? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this feels like people who definitely, they wanted a connection with you. Option number 2, and largely a romantic connection, or there were largely romantic connections here. Now, it could have been people trying to take advantage of you, option number 2. Give me more information about option number 2. Who's talking about option number 2 and why? But there's an earth sign here, there's fire sign here, air sign. Who's talking about option number 2 and why? 7 of Cups here, water sign. It could be any other signs, but mostly it feels like people who you had some type of, who wanted something more with you. Definitely feels like a relationship. people who wanted a relationship with you. Heavy on intimate relationship. There's people here who had an intimate relationship with you and it failed. Look, 3 of Cups, it failed. People who wanted a relationship with you, romantic, and it failed. Could have pushed people away. It could have just ended, but people who wanted a relationship with you. So let's grab some letter titles and see further. Who's been talking about you behind your back? So where's my butterfly tray? Who's been talking about option number 2 behind your back? Wow. Let's see if we can get some names. All right, I'm seeing the name Trey. Somebody's name could be Trey, T-R-E-Y. Also, if you don't see the name spelled out, this could be, you know, the initials of someone's name. Trey. We have O. We have R. Let's see. The name Troy. We have the name Tori here. Trevor. Rylan. Ray. That's what I'm hearing with that one. Goodness, there's another name trying to come through. Another name. Goodness, where'd it go? Ryan. We have R. We have another E. So R-E-Y-R-T-O-E. E again. Another O and another E. An I and an A. Let's see, we have the letter S. Braylon, something like that is coming out. The letter T again. We have the letter E again. The letter T again. The letter I again. Yeah, there's a lot of numbing activities. I feel like somebody here is numbing. The word teeth, that could be significant. Maybe this person is a dentist, or maybe, you know, that's some type of, you know, important something for you. We have the letter F and we have the letter S. See, fast. You're living life fast. Seeing the name Faith. Somebody's name could be Faith. Or people, you know, maybe there's a lack of faith here. There's another name. We got Tree. T-R-E-E. There was another name that was coming at you all. Let's see. Start out with Trey. I said Trevor, that came out. Terrence. What was it? What was the other name that wanted to come out? Yeah, I can't think of the other name that was, you know, in the midst of my head. But if I can, I'll definitely put it in the comments for option number 2. But option number 2, you all let me know how you felt about this in the comment section below. How did this reading resonate for you? Did this reading resonate for you? If you'd like to book a private reading, coaches sending me walk and read, pray, order reading. Once you check that pinned comment below, as well as the description box below. Join me on my Patreon and my other YouTube channel. Pinned comment below, as well as the description box below, and on TikTok and Instagram. My TikTok is growing, y'all. Yes. So follow me over there for very frequent and regular readings, you know, little 60-second readings, so quick ones, you know, additional readings. And for those of you that love the love readings, that's pretty much what ends up on my TikTok. So predominantly love readings. So if you're looking for, you know, what's going on in your love life and how someone feels about you, go over there to my TikTok. You will not be disappointing. Wandering Sparrow Tarot. And then follow me on IG as well, Wandering Sparrow Tarot. All right, and let's get into it. I'm on the road to 1,000 over there on TikTok, y'all. So I can start going live over there, but I can't go live without 1,000 followers. So boo. But let's get into it with our second option. I said our second option. I'm in our third. Option number 3. So let's find out, what are people saying about you behind your back? Who's saying it and why? And then, yeah, we're going to also grab some letter tiles. So let's find out. Universe, thank you for the channel messages. For those who chose option number 3, what are people saying about option number 3 behind their back? King of Cups in the reverse. You may have been recently heartbroken. Temperance in the upright. You might be recently in therapy. 7 of Wands in the upright. At times you could be a bit defensive. Option number 3, I definitely feel like people are talking about like a recent heartbreak. You might be taking some time to heal that heartbreak right now. With that Temperance card, I'm definitely picking up energy about therapy for some of you all. What are people saying about? I feel like, and I just heard it's working. So people may feel like they see you changing for the better. Option number 3, what are people saying about option number 3 behind their back? We have the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is about letting go. It's not even, I don't feel like this is about money with the 6 of Pentacles. It's about letting go. Recently, you may have let go or pulled back your energy. Knight of Cups. Something about your love life. You're not focused on love right now, or people feel that way about you. Give me more information. What do people say about option number 3 behind their back? 4 of Wands. You're someone who's very committed, very loyal, very trustworthy. I feel like people take to you like they're very close to you. They feel like your energy is very sweet. Option number 3. A lot of people take to you. There's a lot of people are protective over you. Option number 3. That's what I'm getting with that. What are people saying about option number 3 behind their back? What are people saying about option number 3 behind their back? What are people saying about option number 3 behind their back? 4 of Pentacles in the upright. You have a pretty good handle on things. You're very controlled. People saying about option number 3 behind their back. People saying about option number 3 behind their back. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Something about your energy feels like you're very independent. Option number 3. 5 of Wands in the upright. You could be currently going through some conflict, or people feel like you may be conflicted. There may be some inner confliction that you might be going through. People feel you're very smart. I just heard like you're a genius. Option number 3. So it could be people who know you, in regards to like academia. Give me more information, or just in general. So there's definitely more forms, more than one form of education or intelligence, rather, I should say. Tell me more about option number 3. What are people saying about option number 3 behind their back? Ace of Cups in the reverse. That you're working on yourself. That you spend a lot of time, in self-care and self-love. Interesting. 9 of Swords in the upright. You might be dealing with anxiety, however. Or for some of you, this could be pregnancy. People may, or there could have been some type of recent weight gain, and people are thinking that maybe it's pregnancy, or maybe it's stress and depression related. That's what I have for you. Option number 2. Or that you, go through a lot of stress and anxiety. Give me more. What are people saying about option number, or I said option number 2, I mean option number 3. What are people saying about option number 3 behind their back? Judgment in the reverse. Let's see. What are people saying about option number 3 behind their back? I want more. Hermit in reverse. There's a lot for you to work on. Option number 3. We have Scorpio energy here and Virgo energy here. There's a lot for you to work on. People may feel like you're taking a step away from your sexuality, like sexual expression. Give me more information about option number 3. What are people saying about option number 3 behind their back? You have the 3 of Cups. You might have a tendency to overindulge, or going back to you're taking a break on your love life. That's what I'm getting with that one. Maybe you've overindulged in your love life. Give me more information. Universe, spirit guides, and ancestors. Option number 3. What are people saying about option number 3 behind the back? King of Wands. Yeah, you've taken some sort of break or hiatus on love life or romantic partners. People saying about option number 3. The Hanged Man. And you're taking some necessary steps towards taking care of yourself. Hangman in reverse. Give me one more. What are people saying about option number 3 behind their back? People saying about option number 3. 10 of Swords. Yeah, this is about taking charge of your life. Something about improvements. Something about growth. That's what people are saying about you behind your back. Like you've taken your power back. And essentially people are proud of you. Option number 3. So let's see. Give me more information. Why are people talking about option number 3 behind their back? Why are people talking about option number 3 behind their back? Why are people talking about option number 3 behind their back? 8 of Pentacles. They feel like you're very hardworking. This could be people, it could be people that you work with. They care about you. They want you to get your head in the game with something. 3 of Wands, people that are close to you. 3 of Wands in the reverse. Knight of Swords in the upright. These are social friends. Social people that you talk to often. You might work with them. Close friends, I'm picking up. Strength card in the reverse. So people with a lot of compassion for you. I feel like they listen to you. 7 of Cups in the upright. I feel like option number 3, a lot of people, you may be empathic, very compassionate. A lot of people that you come around, they see this in you. You may make friends very easily. So essentially, who's talking about you? These are friends, but they're talking about you because they care. They can see an improvement and they care. So this is definitely like more positive chatter. Like I'm not saying negative, like, oh, I'm gonna, talk about these people behind their back, talk about so-and-so behind their back and then be, deceitful. These are people who care. And it's almost like this is almost like the aftermath of option number 2. Like you've realized what's before you. You're smelling the roses. You're taking time and making efforts to be happy. Option number 3. And people can see that and they're happy for you. So let's see. Let's get more information. Who's talking about option number 3 behind their back and why? Who's talking about option number 3? Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles could be an earth sign. Somebody you have a close personal relationship with. This person could be family. Maybe a past significant lover. Who's talking about option number 3 behind their back? Who's talking about the option number 3 behind their back? We have the World's card in the upright. Someone at a distance or someone who maybe travels a lot. Who's talking about option number 3 behind their back? 2 of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody or persons that you have a close personal relationship with. Could even be a significant other. Maybe this is the significant other that, for some of you, there was some type of rift in that situation. 2 of Swords in the reverse. Could be an air sign. Maybe somebody who's younger than you. And then we have the 6 of Cups. Yeah, this is your friends, close personal friends, family, people who love you. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Could be a Libra. But it's definitely a group of people, option number 3. People who care about you very greatly. And they're noticing change in you and they're happy about this. That's what I'm getting with that one. Like they're seeing change in you and they're happy about this. So let's get some letter tiles to see who's talking about you and why. See what names stick out. Now here's the thing, option number 3, this doesn't have to be their name. It could be their initials, could be a part of their name, but take what resonates. Or it may actually be their name. For some, definitely sometimes y'all let me know. It'd be a whole name coming out. So let's see what we can get. So who's talking about you? Watch your ears. Who's talking about option number 3? We don't know what he's talking about. Option number 3. Now, automatically, I saw B-A-E, bae. So this could be a romantic interest, or a past or a recent romantic interest. Maybe you're not with this person currently, but that's what I'm getting with that, bae. So, no, okay, bae. So we got the letter B, we have the letter A, we have the letter E, yeah. We have the letter S, we have the letter N, we have the letter O. Boyden, bone. Maybe somebody, maybe bone is significant. Somebody's tall, lanky. The letter W, so B-O-N-E-E-S-A-W. We have the letter N, we have the letter Z. Boaz. For those of you biblical Christian reference, if that is significant. We have the letter D. Maybe this is a story. They were telling you the story about, was it Ruth and waiting for her Boaz or Boaz? Is it Boaz? Yeah, there we go. So whoever was speaking to you about that story, option number 3, that's who's talking about you. The letter D, name David is coming out. We have the letter O. We have the letter P. We have the letter P again. We have a blank tile. We're not going to force the message. We have the letter I. We have the letter L. We have the letter C. We have the letter E again. We have the letter D. Somebody's name could be Clyde. Clyde. We have the letter A. We have the letter K. We have the letter R. We have the letter G. Let's see. Somebody's last name could be Green, or the color green is important. Somebody's name here could be Craig. I'm seeing Craig. Somebody's name could be Gary. I'm not seeing a Y, but there we go. Somebody's name could be Carrie, even. Or Carrie with a K. Or another K name. I'm hearing Caitlin, Catherine, Kerrigan, something like that. Boy, somebody could be a boy mom or a boy dad. Like somebody could have a boy, like a child, but a boy. Or it could have a child in general. But somebody may, in specific, have a boil. Somebody could also have a boil somewhere on their bodies. But that's what I'm getting with that. Karate, somebody could be into the sport karate. That's what I'm getting with that. Somebody could, could be in, maybe they teach, maybe they practice. That's what I'm getting with that one. So that's what I have for you, option number 3. So you all, let me know how you felt about this reading down below. How did this reading resonate for you? Did this reading resonate for you? If you'd like to book a private reading, coaching, same-day read, walk-in read, priority reading, I want you to check the pin comment below as well as the description box below. Also, join me on my other YouTube channel and Patreon. Plethora readings, plethora content over there. Pin comment below as well as the description box below. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok at wanderingsparrow tarot. My TikTok is growing, yay. And if you're interested in the love readings, I have a plethora of those readings that I update the TikTok very regularly. So go over there, follow, have fun. And yeah, meet and greets Toronto is still to be announced, to be determined, but I definitely will still be doing it. So yeah, that's all I have for you all. So what else? Yeah, that's all I have for you all. So thank you so much for tuning in. You all let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll be seeing you all on the next one. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.